Hello, YouTube. I wanted to make a video that consisted of the things that I absolutely hate. I hate about the Del Sol, and the things that I like about it. So, let's start this off. Numero uno. This chassis is pretty heavy. I believe this 94 VTEC chassis is weighted in at 2,400 pounds. I believe so. And other chassis, for example, like the EG hatchback that came out the same year as this, is rated at like 300 pounds less. 300 pounds is a lot, especially in physics when it comes to like speed and you tracking your car and whatnot. 300 pounds really does weigh you out when it comes to the ratio of horsepower with weight. So that's one thing that's bad about this car, unless you go like H series and you have a torquey ass engine, and that would help significantly because that engine is torquey as hell, and the heavier the better to keep the tires implanted. And numero dos, I would have to say that this goddamn target top has to squeak. Everywhere you drive, you hear squeaking in the chassis inside, and you lose track of it because you get so used to it that you don't even hear it anymore. But I know when I first got my car, I would just hear the squeaking and the squeaking. But they do say that they have online on Team SoCal that there's a lubricant that you add on these seals that could help a little bit. And I have yet to try that. But if anyone knows about that lubricant, just tell me if the squeaking has gone down considerably. And the other thing, number three, numero tres. This bitch, it's well known for leaking right here. Every time I wash my car, there's always a little bit of water on the side right here and on the other side of the windows. So these are known for leaking, but I believe Honda fixed that at like 95 or 96 seals. So that's the reason why a lot of people sell them online, because they fix the leaks, because they made this flap right here a little bigger and some other shiza that I have no idea what they did, but I mean, that's one thing that they're known for. And also, number four, leaks in the trunk. So if you know by now, and if you own a Del Sol, then you know that there are leaks that when you wash your car, it runs down right here. I don't have that problem anymore because I don't like water leaks in my trunk, which is why this right here got messed up. It's all fucked up and mold. Well, it's not moldy anymore, and this mold won't activate anymore without any water. But everything's dry. But it got moldy and this cracked because of all the water that would go inside. But one way to fix that is by removing these Targa-Cells. So for me, I removed them, and they're very brittle. And if you remove them, you're going to break them. I guarantee you that. As in this one right here, I broke it and I glued it again with Gorilla Glue after I fixed it, and it did not glue correctly. And if you look at it, it's not aligned, and it bothers me. But I'm not going to fix that until I get my car painted. But to fix that leak, you remove it, and then there's a plastic clip right here that gets the little plastic part around that clip is so brittle after 20 years that it allows water to seep inside. And I actually have that part if anyone wants to buy it. But you have to reseal it. And what I did is I just used chalk to reseal that. It's called the D-clip, I believe. And once you reseal that part and all the other little parts, you will have no more leaks in your trunk. And I fixed that problem, I believe, like 5 months ago. And there's no more leaks in my trunk. And I'm very happy that I did that. That was a must. So that's problem number four. Number five. How come USDM Del Sols don't have this pretty cool rear fog light? I guess it would be considerate to involve the fact that here in the US we don't have fog like in Europe. But I mean, it would be nice to have it over here, but we don't. As for me, I had to get that imported. And also, these front aux lights are also from Europe. And they use H4 like these headlights, like I've said in my previous videos. But here in the US, the regular aux lights, they're not made out of glass, they're made out of plastic, and the bulb is extremely, it uses extremely low light compared to this bad boy. So that's number five. Problem number 6, with a Del Sol, you'll have leaks. I mean, with a high mileage engine, you're going to expect leaks. You really can't see any leaks in my engine bay right now. I kind of cleaned my engine bay like last week, and I sprayed the hell out of it and removed a lot of things, but I am having a consistent leak right here on the VTEC solenoid, but I'm going to replace that eventually. Probably soon. It's just that it's $30 to get the OEM seals. So I really don't want to get it right now because it's still working fine, but the sooner the better. But yeah, that's problem number 6, leaks. But it's always best to handle that as soon as possible and appropriate as possible. And if you do not know how, I would recommend to get a mechanic, because if you fuck up, you're screwed. That's number 6. And here's number 7. My car did not come with this right here. It only came with this to open the gas. But for 94 Del Sols, they didn't have this, the trunk release. I had to actually get that from Pick and Pull, and my friend actually installed it for me because he knew exactly what to do, and it saved me a lot of time. But it's from 95 and up Del Sols. They have this. I wasn't considerate enough to have it, but you know, I got it installed, and now I do have it. And another thing that Del Sol owners can say about Del Sols that they don't like: these parts are pretty hard to find. They didn't make too many Del Sols. They're also not really that popular. So looking for parts for this Del Sol are hard to find. Every single exterior part on this Del Sol is hard to find. I mean, sometimes you could get lucky, you know, especially in California. These are everywhere, so I'm kind of considerate. But a majority of people, you have to, you know, get lucky enough to have a yard that has extra parts. And I've gotten lucky sometimes, like my floor mats. I found them at Pick and Pull and got them for $10. And typically online they sell for like $90 to $100 in the condition that I got mine. But I got it for $10. So sometimes you can strike that luck and you get it. And the only part that I know of that is interchangeable to other Hondas are the handlebars. These handlebars, sorry, I'm thinking about my bike. These handles, exterior handles, are the same thing as the EG chassis. So what some people do is on the passenger side, they get the EG chassis handle and they replace it, because on both Del Sol sides they have keys right here. Well, the cylinder for the key. But what some people do on the passenger side is that they use the EG one, and it doesn't have this right here. It's covered up, so the only entrance is through the driver's side. And problem number 9. Body flex out the ass in this car. This car is always flexing, especially if you remove this. Your car is not in equilibrium. It's not really that stable. You need to have the target top on, because if you don't, then it's always flexing. I mean, it's really nice if you're not using it to race and whatnot, but when this is off, there is consistent flexing on the body. And that's where Honda messed up. And that's why it's also heavier, because Honda had to strengthen the Del Sol right here, right there, and over here. That's why it's a little heavier, because it needed to fit the standards. And the last thing, number 10, Del Sol USDM visors are complete shit. I upgraded. These are not USDM visors. This one right here is this is EDM. Wait, no, I'm sorry. This is JDM, and this one over here is EDM. I only say that that's EDM and JDM because I have both flaps here. Because normally it would just be one flap over here to see, and one that doesn't have this mirror right here. But I ordered the EDM and JDM and just put both in here so I could have mirrors inside of here. But the normal Del Sol USDM ones like cut right here, and they're really small, and they're so not functional. So that's a must upgrade if you need to get it for your Del Sol if you live here in the States. So that's the last problem. Now I'm going to introduce things that I actually do like about the Del Sol. So what I like about the Del Sol is that it has a target top. I mean, who does not like a 2-seater that has a removable top? And what's so cool is that Honda made it very convenient for Del Sol owners to just store their target top here. It just goes there and it moves up and down. It's it's very considerate, and it helps out so much because you could still store a fairly good amount of things. There goes my belt for lifting heavy, but yeah, it's great to have this. And what I like about 94 Del Sols and up is that in 94, the U.S. Honda market first introduced the B16, and that's why I got this Del Sol, because I had a B16. I mean, who doesn't love a DOHC series in their car, especially B16 with VTEC? So this 94 year was the first in the United States to have the B16. So that's one thing why I like the Del Sol, because not too many Hondas come with the B series unless you have an Integra, but those are typically worth, you know, a little more because they are the luxury vehicles. The rear window goes down. This window right here goes down, which is another feature that I like about the Del Sol. You could have it up, you could have it down. Love it. And another thing that I like about the Del Sol is that many parts for the Del Sol are interchangeable with Integras and other Hondas. Not the specific parts, just like the exterior, like this and whatnot, Targa and the hood, but just certain parts, like the front knuckles are interchangeable. Like for me, I have a 96 spec 4 wide setup, so that came off of a DC Integra Type R from Japan, and that's why I'm able to have these wheels that are 4 wide, because that's interchangeable. Strut bars, many things are interchangeable. Just look online and you'll see, and when you do your research, you'll see that a lot of things are interchangeable, which makes these cars like a lot more cheaper. I could go to Pick and Pull and just look at an EG, an EK, or DC chassis and just take some stuff out and just put it in here. It's great. It saves money. It's really good. And another thing I like too, and the last thing, is like there's this little flip door right here, and it hides a radio. You know, it's good. It keeps it discreet. And I like it. More security purposes, that's a plus for me all the time, which is why I got this. Especially living out here in Stockton. Well, that's all I have to say. Like, comment, whatever you have to say about it. Subscribe if you please. You don't have to. And enjoy my other videos as well if you are keeping up. And have a great day.